because women do contribute towards the propagation of the violence at the end of continent? That's my first question. My name is Anthony, and I'm from Liberia. When I was growing up, my mom used to beat me a lot more than my dad. If my dad wants to beat me, he's going to ask me questions. He will act like a judge. He explained to me the reason why he wants to beat me. If I can defend myself and I win the case, he will stop beating me. But my mom, whatever she got, shoes, slippers, whatsoever, with no question, is coming there. If you have children, even if your husband is maltreating you, you reciprocate this on your children, you are growing a generation of violent people. So I think most of the violence that we see in our society, now we always talk, yes, indeed, men are violent, but there was a day that man was a boy. And when he was a boy, you have the power to train that child to become who you want him to be in the future. Today we have a lot of, in the Western society, we have a lot of single parents. Many of the single parents, mostly it's for on the women's side. The women, they are the one bringing up these children. It is their responsibility for them to see the best in them. I remember there was a day, my mom beat me until I could no longer fight. Then the only thing that came to my mind was to ask Mom, you said you were a Christian. Why are you beating me like that? And then the last whip that she wanted is like a cooking spoon. You know, those big wooden spoon is what she was using. Everything she beat me with has broken, and yesterday she wanted to beat me. And then she took this wooden stick. When I saw the wooden stick coming for me, then I said, Mom, you said you are a Christian. Then she wanted to stop me from saying that word, and then she ended up beating her own hand, and her hand swelled for nearly a month. So that's how God fight for me. I was vulnerable. There was nothing I could do. It was not my dad that was doing these things. It was my mom. Even though, yes, sometimes my dad might actually do the same to my mom, but I don't see it to be best interest of the child for my mom to be beating me up. So when I was growing up, I saw a lot of violence. I've been through 2 civil wars. And when there is a civil war, most of the thing, men try to kill another man. They get rid of you because you believe that the dead enemy is the best enemy. But then on the wrong side, the women will survive, the children will survive, and then the suffering continue. Like one of our colleagues was talking about a lady having like 10 children or more. I started imagining, you having 10 children. Every year, that means you are producing one every year. It's also part of domestic violence, That is the domestic violence. Your body have no rest. Every year you have to be processing this child. It's going to stay about 9 months in your stomach, and after that you have to nurse this child, and then the moment you start regaining your strength, boom, they give you another one. It's a domestic violence. We have to think about these things. But until we start educating ourselves, the root cause of all these things, we only try to see like it's the end product. We'll continue to discuss the end product. When I was in Sierra Leone, I was living with a Muslim family. And this lady, she was really devoted to her prayer. She prayed 5 times a day. And after praying, she would go down, if her husband is home, she has to go and kneel down to that man. And if the guy refused to touch her shoulder, she won't get up. And this man was abusing her in her home. I've seen there, I was an external person. Sometimes the children try to run away from him because of his abusive behavior. But then if you want to have company, I was the outsider, so he spent a lot of time with him. When he is out, I asked this lady, this man is maltreating you. Why do you allow yourself to go and kneel down to him after praying to your God? And she was bold enough and tell me that it is through him that God will answer a prayer. So can you imagine the brainwashing that happened in some of this society? Religions play a role also for people to be abused. Everything that we have in this society, if we want to see the end of this kind of abuse that we are talking about today, we should try to check out some of these things. In the Christian now, they talk about women being submissive To your husband, yes, I don't deny that women shouldn't be submissive because I'm a man as well. If I get a submissive wife, I'm going to be the most happy person. But unfortunately, there has never been that way, you know. We have to look for the root cause. Sometimes we have systems that help us like divide and conquer. Some of these things, we who want to protect our family or we who want to try to end gender violence, we have to look in all these things. Sometimes there are many innocent people who have been suffering. They have been suffering, they have been crying, but we don't listen to them. Sometimes we only think about the outcome of the situation. We don't know the root cause. My mom beat me more than my dad. So, all my brothers and everybody in that family that we know, women spend more time with children. And the Catholics say, give me a child at age 1. Before they become 10 years, they're going to be Catholic for life. If you continue to beat me from age 1 and I'm 10 years, I will end up being one of those people. So, at the bottom line is, let's start from the ground level and then we'll get a solution. Thank you very much.